liberal arts education is completely useless at making you money. The only skill you're going to learn is how to spit facts from a textbook. Even if you take entrepreneurship, that guy's not a successful entrepreneur. You might have one successful entrepreneur come talk to you for once a quarter, but the guy who's teaching you about entrepreneurship is a fucking loser because he has never made a dime as an entrepreneur in his life and therefore is a hypocrite. Okay, that would be like me teaching you about science when I don't know anything about it, or it would be like me teaching you about being a professional athlete. I could read everything. I could read everything there is on being a pro athlete, but I've never been a pro athlete, so I could not tell you how to be a pro athlete. Does that make sense to you guys? You're gonna learn from people who are not real world success, who are not successful in the real world, and that is point number 6. Okay, your professor is not a winner. Otherwise, he wouldn't have spent 20 years wasting away in academia teaching fucking basket weaving. You know, better learn from a guy like MJ DeMarco, who wrote The Fast Lane Millionaire. That's hands down the best book on building an online business. It sounds like a corny bullshit title, but he is the best. He runs a website called the Fast Lane Forum. Again, a cheesy, scammy sounding website, but he's hands down the best. And this is a guy who made I think 10 or 15 million in the .com boom. So this guy made his money. He's got the facts to prove it, and he shows you how to be a real world success in his articles. You can also have a look at my article on how to start a service-based business. That would be my recommendation for the majority of guys who are looking to start a business. Start a service-based business. Do 400 cold calls a day. Sell real estate, sell insurance, shovel driveways, sell your programming skills. Okay, if you hustle, you can make 6 figures in almost any service-based business. If you are willing to bang the phone, if you're willing to do the Facebook geo-targeting, if you're willing to do the Google AdWords, if you've got a price point for your services that's above $300, okay, all you have to do is put in the 10-12 hours a day, and you're going to be at 6 figures within 2 to 3 years on your service-based business if you are, aggressively selling, maybe even earlier. Okay, number 7, college promotes intellectualism. Having an intellect is fantastic. Okay, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have an intellect. What I'm saying is you shouldn't define yourself as an intellectual. And that might sound counterintuitive to some of you guys. Of course, you want to be intelligent. I love to read. I pride myself to some degree on my intelligence, but I am not an intellectual. Because this is how it looks. Certain degrees, especially non-skill related advanced degrees, promote an intellectual viewpoint of the world. And what this does is it creates an analytical theoretician, otherwise known as an intellectual. So this is a guy who takes way too much pride in his intellect while denying his human emotions. Okay, I take some pride in my intellect, but at the end of the day, I work for my emotions. Okay, we are not rational creatures. All right, we serve our emotions. So my rationality exists so that I feel good. My primary purpose in life is my happiness. Okay, my primary thing that I serve is that emotion. It is not a sense of unearned pride on my intellect and how much I've read. Although those things are important to me, that is not the defining trait in my life. I would much rather be admired for what I accomplish in the world, for the business that I start, for the amount of guys that I can help in self-improvement. I'm actively engaged in life with women, with fitness, and all these different things. And living life is through the body and through the heart and through your fucking dick. You're not living in this ivory tower in your head of false objectivity and false rationality and cold calculations. You want to be engaged in life. Okay, being intelligent is important, but your intellect should be a tool for helping you live a dynamic and purpose-driven life. Okay, it's a tool for increasing your happiness, primarily in the 3 key areas: health, wealth, and relationships. Not for hiding behind a false position of detached superiority. Reading about politics, history, that stuff is great. I love reading about that stuff. But that is something I do in my spare time when I'm not engaged in the three areas of producing my happiness, which are in health, wealth, and relationships. I am engaged in life, and the intellect is just one of my areas in life. It is not the area that I hang my hat on in terms of what defines me. Okay, that is a very good way to become unhappy. I mean, look at professors, look at scientists, look at hardcore academics. Do these guys look happy to you? Okay, I'm not saying the world doesn't need science, right? I'm not saying that the world doesn't need medical doctors. It's great that people want to do that. But I am a lifestyle designer, so I'm trying to give you the happiest life possible. And becoming an academic, becoming a self-described intellectual is a very good way to not be happy, all right? Number 8, university, college, promotes passive behavior. Okay, college teaches you to be really good at spitting facts back on a paper that you read in a textbook. This is excellent training for being a wage slave and taking orders from your boss that you regurgitate back into an Excel spreadsheet. So instead of learning passively, what you should be doing is being actively engaged in the real world and learning what really works and liberating yourself from that life of miserable servitude that you've had to deal with for the last 18, 19, 20 years of your life. Okay? Instead of throwing yourself right back into another form of slavery, get out there in the real world, fucking travel, start a business, you know, get engaged in life. You don't have to sit in a fucking classroom anymore. Like, the second I realized I didn't have to sit in a classroom was one of the best points in my life. Like, I don't want to have to do this anymore. I don't want to have to sit in an office. I don't want to have to sit in a classroom. The sooner you get out of that and the sooner you get actively engaged in your own life, the better your life is going to be. And I'm telling you right now, from Thailand, from where it's gorgeous every day, and I don't have a job, and I work for myself, and I have passive income coming in every day. But I'm 33. I should have, you know, for you young guys who have all the advantages and you have all the blogs nowadays, and you have guys like me and Good Looking Loser and all these other guys, you could be way ahead of where I am at 33. You could be, you know, multi-millionaire. You could, I mean, the world is your oyster, okay? The entire world is yours, and you've got the internet connecting you to everyone, and you can travel anywhere you want and still have the same access to, you know, your business. The opportunities are unlimited, guys. So being a place that promotes passive behavior is the last place that you should be. Number 9. This is similar to number 8, but advanced degrees promote stunted real-world development. Okay, the coolest, most amazing guys that I know, the most engaged guys in life, the most interesting guys in life, the most experienced guys in life, the guys with the best stories in life, do not have advanced degrees. Okay, that's because the average age of a PhD student is 33. That's me right now. Okay, I'm the average age of a PhD. That means I would just be getting out of fucking school by now. All right.